All right. So we're going to get right into it. Haven't talked to my YouTube fam in a minute. Not a whole bunch to update you guys on. We are still in phase two. What we have seen with this federal reduction in force, the current process, we have this judge from San Francisco who's implemented the ruling to reinstate it's about 24,000 federal employees who were part of the probationary process or probationary employees who were let go during this process. That has been appealed by the Trump administration and Elon Musk and Doge. Essentially, the argument is, just to give you a quick nutshell, yeah, everything in a nutshell. The judge is saying that this is a reckless process and they're not following the rules. It's unlawful. The argument from the federal government is this is part of the executive branch. Judge can't tell us what to do. Who's going to win? I don't know. The Constitution definitely shows that when these jobs are under the executive branches, Congress and the Supreme Court can lean in, but they would have to change the law at some point. Congress would have to write in a law that says that the president doesn't have those abilities, and Supreme Court would have to say that the Constitution doesn't give him those abilities, and it's unlawful. So it's a big thing up in the air. But to narrow it back down to the people who are actually impacted, not by the people sitting at the top ranking in money while they make these wild decisions. Essentially what the offices or agencies have done is most of them have brought the people back and just put them on administrative leave. Some people have reinstated the employees back into the workforce. I don't know why. I'll be honest with you. If you're one of these people, I would be extremely upset. Some of these people have been gone for almost 2 months now. Remember, this process started at the beginning of February. We're about to go into April. We're March 21st. So remember, the option to do the deferred resignation was February 6th. Some of these people didn't even get the option for the deferred resignation. So they were gone before then. We are literally, March 6th would have put them at 4 weeks. We're just around the corner from it being almost a 2-month spread. So I would be extremely pissed with that if you're one of those people who've moved on and started doing other things. That's one. Two, for anybody who's ever done a federal job already knows the onboarding process is crazy trying to get into a federal office. They have to redo all that. All of it. Background checks, Homeland Security, everything has to be redone because your information has been purged, put into federal records, OPM file. They got to redo all that. Just as if you was coming back as a new hire. That's not going to happen. And I can tell you why. RIF phase 1 is over. We already know that they said by March 13th, they wanted to know everybody they could get rid of, all the agencies that were legitimately available for cuts. They wanted the plan from each agency. That plan has already been made and submitted as of March 13th. 14th started phase 2. We talked about this last video. Phase 2 is start offering the offers for people who are eligible to get out of there and reduce the workforce that way. Your VERA, your VSIPs, early retirements. We saw Department of Education offer $25,000. The DOD let go of 60,000 people. Before they let go of the 60,000, they offered them a $50,000 payout. We've seen those offers starting to roll out. We've started to see the closing of those signatures that was required for people who signed up for the deferred resignation but hadn't signed the finalized paperwork saying they want to complete it. We're seeing those timelines come to a close. Everything is on key with how they want it done before the end of September. If you're bringing people back, they're still going to be part of this RIF process, which means that at some point during this summer, when they start letting people go, the people that you just told a few weeks ago, services aren't needed, we're letting you go. And then the judge says, nah, you need to bring them back. Okay, you guys come back. Just stay home. But we're going to pay you guys up to that date, but it's easier for us just to change your status and pay you than to start this process over again. By the time we finish the process, it'll be time to fire you again. This is one of the problems that you have when you have lower level judicial groups implementing laws and rules on government policies. It's not like private sector. There's a lot of bureaucracy that goes on with getting in the federal government. There's a lot of tape that's cut and jumped over. It's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot of moving parts. In some cases, those moving parts that you're asking to start doing stuff are gone. Heck, some of the people released was probably some of those people in that group. It made absolutely no sense. You'd have been better off giving a lawsuit or awarding those people released a certain amount of money than telling them to come back. That made absolutely no sense. Not to say that I don't want to see people without jobs, but they're doing a mass firing. Before September, they need to get down to 50%. You're bringing people back to be a part of that 50%. That makes no sense at all. You're disrupting these people's lives multiple times over and over and over again for the convenience of saying, you're right, I'm wrong. Or I'm wrong and you're right. It's a back and forth thing. Come on. But moving forward, you guys need to be aware of what's going on. Just to give you a little insight, the AI system that they've been running is being used to categorize your work for the RIF process. When you're responding back to those emails or your supervisors, for whatever reason, are micromanaging. The micromanaging of the supervisor, by the way, is part of that appendix that we shared, which is part of phase 2. Them standing at the doorways and watching you come and go and seeing who's logging on, who's not logged on. They're feeding that information to their superiors, which a lot of them don't realize that that's being fed into an AI system that was developed almost 20 years ago. I forget the name of it. It's a AI system that was developed by the military, but it's been modified by the Doge group to pull this information and to build an algorithm or an intelligence level of ranking. So that's the real reason why they've been micromanaging a lot of you guys to the tooth. But I would just like to remind you that they're a part of the rift as well. So I want you guys to be prepared mentally of what's going on. Don't get all emotionally attached. This is the process. They're doing a lot of dumb stuff, but the plan is still the plan. Again, make sure you have your resume up to date. Utilize AI to the best of your ability. to better your resume, pull those federal documents you need, any training classes, any certifications of completion. You need all that. I don't care if you're a manager, supervisor, ops, frontline, behind the scenes. You need to be prepared. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe, follow and subscribe, share. As information comes up, as we usually do, we'll hop on here and try to give you a little bit of insight on it. We're still monitoring to make sure that what we saw for phase 2 is still on track. One of the big deadlines is probably for the Treasury, maybe a couple other agencies, but the Treasury, I believe their deadline for the next wave of people to go is April 15th. Some of those people will be part of the deferred resignation option that took. They were mandatory employees or mission critical employees, so they had to stay until May 15th. There'll be the next wave of people who are going out around that time. Everyone should be expecting to start seeing the offers. If you're in a retiree, around sometime during, I would say April or May, you should start seeing these offers come out. If your agency hasn't offered them already. Some agencies have gone ahead. They're trying to jump the gun. So, keep an eye out for that. Again, follow and subscribe. I will get back with you guys. Next bit of information we got coming out. The only thing we have right now is just the groups of people that have been let go or fighting to not be let go. Department of Education is the real hot topic right now. So we'll see what the fallout is from that. We'll keep you guys posted on that. If you have any questions or concerns, put them in the comments. I'll try to get to them for the next video. And until then, stay safe, stay blessed, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great one. Peace.